share this. I hope you'll get on to the subscription and click the notifications, because it sends you an email, I think, when I get an email, when we go live and when we post something new. Okay, so we do a lot of things every week. We've just finished the Who Am I Becoming series. There's a playlist just for all of those, all the speakers, all the healings, all the travels to your other lives to reclaim your soul powers, and a lot of amazing things that we experience there. There's a little quest involved with that. So feel free to get on the list at nanakasha.com, and we'll be happy to send you the quest. And all it is simple things from me and then each of the speakers that allow you to simply ask questions, to shift your mindset, to do these different little healing processes. Nothing like a huge commitment. I think it's time to release the idea that you have to drive up the hill, drag the 10-ton weight, build the biggest castle, go through all this time and effort and hard work to have or achieve what your heart desires. And then you probably have some kind of program, I did, that said you're not good enough, so even if you get it, you can't keep it, or you shouldn't enjoy it, and then you get on the roller coaster of your life. So we are shifting, we are evolving, it's getting faster and faster. It's the best term that we have for it. Our perception of time, but more than that, our ability to receive and perceive and interpret energy, light, thought. Okay, everything is energy. Even science is caught up enough with spirit and ancient teachings and future teachings, because everything already exists within you, within your soul, every life you had in a linear time past life. We are not living in linear time. It is only a construct for your daily schedule, okay? So you have to become this multidimensional being. That's what's happening right now. The Earth is ready to become her next level of multidimensional being. All of the beings on the planet, if it's a crystal consciousness, if it's a bird, a jaguar, the water, earth, trees, the clouds, even the moon, everything connected to this particular planet and other things that are very, very connected to it, is going through an ascension process. That's not a religious process, although I used to really associate the word ascension with religion, and I resisted it. It now is one of those words that makes sense, because ascensor is the elevator going up, right? That ascending means you're going up, and we're going up in our frequency and our level of consciousness. That means we are able to perceive and understand things faster. You can tell this very easily by watching movies or TV, how fast information goes, how little they'll tell you, how they'll skip all the boring, mundane things, like one guy talking to another guy, I'm coming to see you. And if you go back to the 70s, maybe even the 80s, and watch a show, they would show the guy walk down the stairs, get in his car, drive across town, go up to the door, knock on the door, and walk in the room. We would never sit still for that now. You're like, I got it. I got it. I got it. The video culture, everything that has happened is all designed to draw us forward. All the AI that is taking leaps and bounds now is meant to be here to support us. It isn't a ethical conversation if you understand everything can be used for whatever you perceive as positive or negative. Everything, even a healing energy, even love. Love can smother, love can judge. If love isn't pure, if it isn't divine love, then it could be possessive love or controlling love or judgmental love, conditional love. That's what most of us have experienced in our life here. And this is no longer the time to wallow in our wounds, and it's no longer the time to go looking for them, because they're popping up. So whatever you've buried in your psyche, buried into your cells, buried into your heart chakra, buried into your sacral chakra, buried into your bones, whatever is speaking to you, whatever is full of pain, whatever is full of struggle. Maybe it's mindsets, thoughts, relationships. Maybe it's your speaking up. Maybe it's your communicating with your higher self, or other realms like nature spirits and animal spirit guides and Gaia and everything, you know, everything, crystals, everything's alive, everything's communicating, everything has the potential to support you or to harm you if you aren't aligned to your truth. So what's happening right now in the spiritual weather? Well, that's the cosmic astrological language, quite a complex language, can be interpreted a bazillion different ways and always has another factor underneath it that refines it until it becomes very relevant to you. The only way that all the information that's coming up for us in each moment astrologically is we're reading the symbols, we're reading the language. Okay, when you learn French and if you grew up speaking English, you have a learning curve. First, it doesn't make any sense. You just see a bunch of gobbledygook. We used to have the phrase, it looks Greek to me, because the Greek alphabet isn't the alphabet that we're used to in most of the Western world. And so when you see another language, you see another pattern, someone else can interpret it, but you can't. There becomes the awareness that there's so many levels of reality that you could experience life through. Not just am I a woman or a man, am I living in this country or that country. There's refinements through your soul for the life you're living right now. And what we're in the middle of right now is the crux of the infinity symbol. So, or the 8, okay? At the crux, the cross, right in the center, if you chopped away the top loop and you chopped away the bottom loop, which were just for visual reasons, you end up with an X. An X is a sacred symbol. Now, if you were going to read the language of your life, because you can, if you were going to decode the things that have happened to you, if you're left thinking, I worked so hard, I lost everything, that didn't go well, I didn't mean for this to happen, and then you've carried all these things that you decided it meant that you should be ashamed of yourself, or that you're not good with money, other people don't love you, or you shouldn't let anybody see your true you and be vulnerable because it's dangerous. You have within this life and all the other lives in your soul a connection whereby if you have a life that was full of fear of being speaking up because of something that happened. So the lives I've seen and the lives that are coming up, and I took you to a life where you reclaimed a soul power in this last series. So that's why I recommend you go. It's the very first one, and we even separated it out. It's its own video now. You don't have to, scroll forward if you don't want to. And what happens is that at the crux, we're at the crossroads. We're at the moment of alchemy, of transformation. When one stream of energy crosses another stream of energy, and you could fill these streams in with whatever you want. That's a different conversation. That means they're intersecting. They're going from being their own thing and suddenly becoming one, moving through each other. This is common in a lot of cultures or in scientific language to represent stars or portals, a cross of timelines or vortexes or time-space continuums or all these other energy structures that are what we're moving through. Time and space are structures of light. Your body and everything around us are structures of light. They're filled with consciousness. That's why we might think that this table here made out of concrete is not conscious. And yet it is. There's not a possibility for it to not be conscious. It just has a certain function, and I love it for its function. But I don't go to it when I want clarity. Okay, I go to citrine because citrine is the embodiment of clarity. It never lowers its frequency or vibration for anything or anyone around it. I want this as an ally to embody my mind, to embody my body, to be in my space as often as possible. I have a little piece of real citrine. Make sure you get just a little, cheap, polished piece in my wallet, in my purse, in different places, so that this beautiful ally who's become a deep friend of mine can come. Also has a host of other wonderful things. This is no different than you or me. This is a being. This is a consciousness. This is a particular kind of being that all citrines have the same abilities. All humans have the same abilities. In general, we can all walk, talk, blah, 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 okay? However, then each unique one, this particular one, becomes an individual like you or I. And so me and this one are friends, are allies. That we're more than it's pretty or like its energy, or occasionally I ask it to help me bring wealth. It does hold the gold ray, a lot of things. Mine has a lot of landscape. It has a dolphin in there. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a whole world that I live in where I communicate with all these other conscious beings and realms because they're constantly here to support me. Okay, now I want to share briefly about the light body sickness that might be going on. Hi guys. Hi Amy, don't forget class on Saturday. And so, hi Sylvia. And so what's happening right now is really, I want to say, like out of control, a little bit like a hot mess, because we went from, 36 years ago, I think, is when I first started having my more conscious moments of awakening and breakdown that led me to consciously say, what the fuck's going on underneath that? And what's underneath that? And what's underneath that? And what is that? And what helps with this? And what helps with that? And that led me to seek every form of healing or spirituality or communication. It just was like a buffet, the world is, of ways to help you learn to reconnect to your soul powers. So what's happening to me, what happened to me in the beginning was I was doing a lot of different work, learning and teaching meditation, and gosh, I can't remember what all, telling to touch, energy healing, animal communication, and a lot of other things. I was going to a channel from the Pleiades and learning about sacred geometry, doing a lot of work with local shamans and with the earth and the land and crystals, turquoises specifically, because I was in New Mexico as soon as I had my big breakdown and then left the call to adventure, the hero's call to adventure. I left my ordinary world. I left LA. I closed my fashion design business. I had a car accident. I thought I broke my spine. I did die. I came back. It was one of my near-death experiences. And I didn't really know it at the time until, I don't know, about a year later probably, when I met this little lady that channeled this giant Pleiadian, and I didn't really believe it, but I started to go and ended up becoming very, very dear friends with both of them. And hi guys. And 11, lovely. And so the path that unfolds is for you, what's drawing you, what's attracting you. Right now, we're in the crux of endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. And when I say we're in the crux of it, I mean that we're literally in the center of that infinity symbol. And we aren't flowing out and over here and then back to the crux and then flowing out to over there. We're staying here. And all the energies we're going to talk about today astrologically, and the energies of what it means and what it means to your spirit and your soul growth, is that my guides have been telling me, the dolphins have been telling me, everything is for your highest good right now. Do not see anything as bad. Do not start to judge it. If you are triggered, if you are stripped bare, if you are taken to the rawest part of you, know that you are walking the journey that has to happen. It doesn't have to keep happening. You just have to say, I'm accepting this moment. I don't like this moment. I'm accepting that I don't like this moment. Oh my God, this hurts. My mind is racing. Oh, I have seen so many major breakdowns happening right now, and major breakthroughs. People opening portals to unbelievable, way out of the realm of their sphere normally, of opportunities, just like as if their sphere just suddenly went boom, and they're being seen by bigger people in their field and invited and paid, and all of this without effort, without perceived effort, because it's everything you've done till now. When you're constantly in the crux, you feel like you're in the flame and you've in the ashes, and you're trying to start the flame. You're in every level of your evolution at the same moment. And what's happening as well is we have a lot of Mars action, and that brings the desire for action. And so there's going to be a part of you that wants to move forward, that wants some action, that wants something that is going to feel like momentum is happening. And these are actual things that my students have been asking me and sharing. So we share and we decipher. We're looking at when you have something come out of you, you let it out with all the raw emotion and passion that you're feeling in the moment. You fully accept it. You find a safe way to admit it, right? Get it from you. And it is an explosion of things that have been living within you that must come to the surface. It's an infection that's been living there at a lower level that has now been triggered by a destiny point. So I used to call these soul triggers, and it's still a good word, but I'm finding there's refinement to what is happening now. We have so much more happening so much more quickly now. I can watch the energies. I can see what my students, my clients, and I am all going through, and I'm getting better and better at reading the cosmic energies. And then, because the best way to read the cosmic energies, to learn them, is to look backwards. Okay, so after something major happens, when you have come to an emotional space of peace and calm, and all you have to do is just say, I accept this, I accept this, I accept love, I accept love, I accept that I have everything I need for this moment, I accept that I am divinely held right now, I feel it, I accept this support that I need and crave right now as this deep, dark emotion comes up from within me. I am ready to allow it to emerge, to come to the light. I know it will sting. I know it will hurt. And yet it is the cleansing wave that must happen for birth to happen. So what you're experiencing right now is, and I'm really seeing you, Amy, I'm seeing like layers of people, but a lot of you, because I know you and I know some of the things you've just gone through, and I'm seeing like, oh, that sounds like Amy. And then there's this, rebirth that has a phase of feeling that newness, like that uncertainty, but how can I go forward? How can I move forward? What is this that I'm supposed to do? And then you're also at the crux of the fire. What's ending? What's burning down? And then you're at the place where after everything has been completed, everything has been erased, vacuumed up by the divine vacuum, whatever it is now released out of the flow that you live inside of, the infinity that you live inside of. So it's not that you're not inside of an infinity flow. However, you usually move, right, to different directions. So what is now is an opportunity for you to allow what is ending, allow what has been brought up, allow what has fallen apart, allow what has been taken away, allow what has been trying to appear, allow what has, they're showing something, not tapping gently on the door or the wall, you know, hello. And there's something you need to let go of. There's something you need to let go of. And it's probably not something you know, and yet you may right now, right here in this moment, or at any point during your day today, you will be in the perfect space inside of this infinity healing chamber, aligned to your highest good and what is optimal for you at this time. And you will, from this moment forward, be open and receptive and connected to the part of your intuitive network that will bring you ideas and visions, that will bring you the love and the nourishing. And the most important thing now is to be like a kitten, to curl up against something that feels like the mother, that feels comforting, that can hold you. Even if it is a cat or a dog or a pillow, it can be the warmth of a certain place that you go. It could be the taste of a warm, soothing drink that loves your heart. If it's cacao, please do that. And it could be any form that brings you comfort, because all you need right now is to know you're not alone, because there's a part of you that's navigating and it knows the path that you're on. The energies that are all coming together are connected in a loop, and they're doing something called a mutual, I forgot now what it is, and it's like they're all connected in some way, and so they keep coming back in on themselves. And to me, the energy looks like a loop, and the loop is telling us there is no death. There is no ending. You're getting a chance to hover and stay in the center of creation. At the crux of the infinity symbol lives the ability to be nothing, to be the ending and the fire and the ashes after the ending, or be what's being reborn from the ashes. You could be what is receiving from one flow or both flows, and the flow through this infinity symbol that is you, that is your life, that is run by your higher self, that if you receive and release now into that trust, you can be just fully present where you are. You can't come here very often. So the guidance coming to us today is extremely strong. Jaguars here, Black Star Jaguars here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my love. And really strong, jumped right in. I sort of sensed, but I wasn't paying much attention, and then just jumped right into my head here. And she's got gold eyes today, and she says, you've got to take advantage of this moment. This is extremely unusual energy. This is energy that cannot be held for long in the universe. This is like being inside of a sphere or a biosphere or a special little test environment where all of the energies are lined up to be just so that you can actually release and complete, renew and review, end, die, be reborn, compost, merge, separate, be one with all, Come back to a singularity over and over again. You are coming into the awareness that this is actually who you are, and the powers you have are as a time traveler. And as a time traveler, you're able to move through the loop of the life stream you've been given. However, you so rarely come to the crux that you have forgotten who you are, that you could stand here and receive the flow from both directions and let it bring you what you need and take what you don't, and bring you what you need and take what you don't, and assess you and bathe you and purify you and infuse you. And it's never ending. But you were taught to go out in the loop and figure out what everyone else wanted and what they thought, and tried to be different things and tried to live other people's opinions and tried to do all of these things. And perhaps you were told not to listen to your imagination or your intuition, or perhaps you were told that you should grow up now or stop being silly, or you can't trust that. And whatever you were told now is being released. So if you're able to stand through this time where these energies and planets are coming together in this special way just for us, so that we may experience and receive the benefit of being able to be the center, to hold space and time and be within ourselves, unplug from all others, love, trust, and embody ourselves enough to be in the flow now as much as you possibly can. Allow that to come into you. And Jaguar is asking us, there's a lot of other energies here. There's a lot of nature energies, spirit energies, plant energies, root energies. There's little, I don't know if they're elves, but they look elfish types of little beings. And they're really wanting to join this. They're framing our left side. Jaguar is coming in from the back right, through your right shoulder and over your head. She's black with gold eyes today, unless you distinctly receive a different Jaguar spirit guide. We're moving into our multidimensional meditation, so we're going to surrender to that and come back to our other information. This place that we are standing now, you can sense and see that you're standing in a river. It's a very small river. It's moving fairly quickly and over smooth white rocks, tan, white. And you realize you're standing in it. And it's coming down from your left at an angle. And you see it coming down and then crossing where you're standing in it. And you watch, see, sense, and perceive it going down and around the other direction. It fades as it goes out of your sight, and you come back and you look at your feet. You see your bare feet standing on these rocks. The water is very, very clear. It's been moving in just a very easy but definite pace down. You've been feeling it wash over your feet, almost bubbling as it comes up over the rocks. Now you feel it and your toes begin to vibrate. They're receiving energies, frequencies from the water. This is a flow of light. It's energy that your higher self and all of your intuitive team and the guides for your new moon journey are sending you. So they're injecting into your life infinite stream, a perfect mix of energies. And you feel them speaking to your toes, little vortexes of light awakening, the cells tingling. They begin to light up. You can sense or perceive or maybe even see that your toes are starting to glow, green or violet, perhaps another color. They're glowing on the tips. Just see, sense, watch it, accept it. Don't judge it, don't analyze it, just watch it. They're awakening, they're beginning to light up, they're extending out. As they extend out, maybe you sense a glow just above the tips of your toes. Maybe you see it pulsing. Maybe you can feel kind of a hum or a vibration. Whatever is coming to you in this flow is coming now into your light body through this light that's awakening. These little chakras on your tips of your toes, they're bringing you balance. They're bringing you wisdom. They know how to navigate. They're like a little GPS system. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you feel the new moon. The moon is holding the space. The space is held within Earth because we're in Taurus and we're being held within the Earth in this beautiful sphere of light. And we are at the crossroads of our life, infinity. The energies now, Taurus and Venus, Jupiter and Mars, the moon, Cancer, are all playing very special roles. Now the water, the liquid light flowing over and around your feet slows down, and you're just standing in still waters. They're still, and you feel and sense around you. Taurus, the energies of comfort and earth, wealth, enjoyment, pleasure, everything just the way that you want. And in the earth manifesting here into people, places, all those things that are becoming aligned on my soul's path. I stand at the crossroads ready to receive. And in this still waters now, you see another stream coming up from your left side. It is coming in, and you're standing right where it merges into these still waters. You are one with these energies. You receive this other flow. For a moment, time is suspended. As you are suspended here, you feel as if time has slowed down. You can see and watch the energies coming up, flow through and up. Yet you are immersed now from head to toe in these two flows. You stay there. Your toes are growing. The lights are stronger. They start to show you the structure around you. There's a loop. The loop of energies goes out and comes back to you. Goes out and comes back to you. You stay and stand at the center. You stay and stand at the center. You allow the flow in to your entire sphere of light, to your luminous light body. You allow it to merge, to weave, to cleanse, clear, to infuse, to nourish you, and then out it goes. You watch it, receive it, thank it, it leaves. Now the flow comes down. The same thing, everything in slow motion. You see time, space, the flow. You have your small sphere of light. You know that you're standing at the crossroads, the crux of your life's flow. Now, because you stay centered like a cross here, balanced, because you receive and you give, you receive and you give. You watch it come in, you receive it fully, you thank it, you let it go. You receive it in fully, you thank it, you let it go. Now you begin to realize that this infinite flow of your life has layers, dimensions, goes out so many layers. You stay at the center. The flows are different. Perhaps they change color, ray, quality, liquid to mist, color. They might be bigger or smaller. Now you feel the grid, this amazing grid that has come together to form this unique moment, giving you the ability to be in the center. This is mutual reception. You are receiving and giving. And as you give, and the other planets and energies and divine beings in this dance with you, holding this grid of light, receive and give and receive and give, and soon you see they're all connected. They're all come back on a loop to themselves. An infinite flow, a closed loop. Endings, beginnings, zero to ripe. Now you feel and honor Taurus energies, this earth sign, this fixed sign, able to be stubborn, but so willing to receive, so worthy of pleasure, comfort, joy. Allow this to envelop you. And Jupiter is in Taurus, so it begins to expand and expand. Good fortune. And the sun is in Taurus. So the sun brings yourself, your codes, light for new creations, and ego. Brings it into your manifestations, brings it into your physical world. These things are being grounded into the 3D. Uranus, sudden change, innovation. This is in Taurus. What happens when Uranus says time to change? We have earthquakes, stability can feel like it's falling apart. Stability, jobs, relationships, things you thought were on your agenda disappear because the North Node, your destiny, is in Taurus. So your destiny is now manifesting into the earth, into the manifest world. This means you must allow the expansion of your manifesting abilities. You must allow the sun to bring you the codes you need. You must allow your destiny to guide you. You must let Uranus change directions, end things suddenly, and you must let Mercury speak to you through your physical world, through the earth, spirits, the crystals, the roots, the trees. The moon is in Taurus. When the moon is completely hidden, she's a womb for you to plant your seeds in. And she is holding the womb in the earth, saying, this is the cauldron of your creation. This is going to manifest into your world. Here's where you release what no longer serves you, and it is absorbed lovingly with no judgment. Venus is in Cancer, and Venus rules Taurus. So the water, the emotional, intuitive, hominess, the love, the caring, the sensitivity, the mysterious, the indecisive. And the moon rules Cancer, and the loops keep coming back and forth from the moon to Cancer, from Cancer to Venus, from Venus to Taurus, from Taurus to Jupiter, to the sun, to the North Node, back and forth. You see these loops of energies. This is holding the space for you. mutually receiving and giving to each other. The energy is a closed loop. Venus rules Jupiter, which is in Taurus, and the moon rules Mars, which is in Cancer, and the dance continues around you. Now, stay at the crossroads. Be there. Watch and experience all at once. Endings, beginnings, new ones, old ones. All through time and space. What is optimal for your soul's growth right now, for you to see, know, feel, receive, download, and release. All you need to do is stand at your center, stand at your center, stand at your center. Receive, witness, and watch. What do you need to let go of? Give it permission to go. Stand in the crux. Receive from this infinity flow. Know that you are between the worlds. These planets that are in each other's signs of rulership are in mutual reception. And this is strengthening and providing assistance to each other and to you. Feel like you are in this space of pure mutual receptivity. Everything needed, everything not, flowing in and out. And you stand at the center, allowing the flow. Now give yourself permission to receive everything that has flowed to you and through you. Known and unknown, receive it graciously. And now give permission for all that has been released, purified, softened, transformed, unhooked. Permission to go. I trust my higher self. I trust this divine moment, this divine cross, this place for my star to reawaken. I am that I am. Iye Escher Iye. I am the center. I am the center. I am designed exactly for this moment with all I require to live my fully funded mission. I now accept this gift of access to my divine flow. I acknowledge with gratitude and grace this beautiful journey that I have been gifted with into the worlds of creation into my soul's blueprint, into the infinite and my divine infinite self. Now touch your heart and breathe very strong into the heart center. Hold it there. Feel like a butterfly. You are at the center. This X is forming. This flow from above and below coming through you is like your wings growing up and your wings growing down. And you are standing in the center, allowing yourself to unfold. Take another deep breath in. And now gather this energy up into your hands like you're vacuuming it out of the heart center. Bring it out in front of you, holding it like a sphere between your hands. Hold it up in front of your third eye like you're holding a ball. Take your thumbs, drop them open, and bring them right into your brow chakra. Just hold right here and allow that energy that you've received in this process, the flow, this shamanic experience. You have received and transformed a lot. Now you're downloading it directly into your inner eye, your all-seeing eye. It's going into the chakras and the glands. It's going into the nerves and the skin, going down to the DNA and up and down your central channel. Expand out and let your arms go up and out. Really stretch and release. Feel like they're wings that you are unfolding, and you realize at the tips of the fingers there's a flow. And the more that you open your heart center, it flows down into you and through you. It crosses in your heart and it goes down and back up and down. And you are in an infinite flow. I accept that all that I am and all that is required for me to live the life my soul intended, to take the quest that my soul agreed to, is here within me. I receive, I accept, I digest. I allow this energy to nourish me and to allow the feeling of being nourished, loved, supported, and held be within my cells and my muscles, my body, seeping into my aura and surrounding me like a soft and beautiful wrapping for the next 4 days through this new moon. I am in the center. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now allow yourself to weave back into the moment. Run your hands down your legs, up, over your belly, down your shoulders, or cradle yourself back and forth. Bring your hands together and rub them up and down. Let them align and attune, and then bring your hands over your eyes and receive this energy. And now onto your head. Now reach up again and notice and feel and sense this incredible sphere that these planets have created. This mutual reception is a bubble of divine vision. It's a possibility of standing at the center of all creation to see the endings and the beginnings, to be and understand the eternal nature of your truth, and that you are a creator, and that you are all aspects, and that you are at the place of the phoenix, and everything is happening at once, and nothing, even the Mars energy, need knock you out of balance. And you stay attuned to and acknowledge this beautiful sphere is here to allow you to float, timeless. Move through this new moon in that state, understanding. Don't get attached to things you have to push forward. Don't get attached to things that aren't happening yet. If communications and things don't go through, allow everything to slow down if it needs to slow down. And that is the key to you planting seeds in this very powerful, physically manifesting state that we're in. Oh, heavens, that was beautiful. So that was obviously our multidimensional meditation for this week. I'm going to just have a moment here, allowing us to come back into our bodies. And don't lose your connection. Stay there if you want to. And even write down or wait to write down. So I'm going to go into, this is a strange way to do this, to flip it around and have us do the meditation, but it wasn't going to stop. Thank you, sweetheart. So we give thanks to the nature spirits and to Black Star Jaguar of the gold ray. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting a download right now. So you write down your download. Thank you. That was fun. Okay, so I'm going to have a sip, and then I'm going to dive into giving you the details of the logical mind information for this week. So that did include a lot of the energy. So we are going to talk about that mutual reception energy that's happening, and I'll give you some of the details about that. I have picked a card from a deck called Moonology that I really, to be honest, have not used. I haven't taken the time to understand how to use it. However, it spoke to me when I sat down today, and I opened it up to the new moon in Taurus, which is what we're in right now. And I started talking about light body sickness. So in the beginning, I increased my vibration, and I did light body work, mystery school work, sacred geometry work, shamanic work, all these different things very, very quickly. And my brain changed and grew, and my skull actually grew. And I had horrible headaches and nausea and a lot of pain in my jaw and my neck and my bones. That's what happens commonly, is one of the symptoms when you're growing very quickly. Your structure of your body is changing, and it has to go through a lot of different phases to get to the pure crystalline flow that can live together in the human body. So it's like a transplant. Okay, more than trying to take our current carbon base and change it. So when you have the ability to make a body, live in a body, and then create form, create reality, you're a creator. We've all been taught we weren't creators, we didn't have power, we had to go through everyone else. All of the different patriarchal environments, schools, families, religions, businesses, everything that has, you have to do it this way, you have to do it our way, you do it at this time, you do it at that place. Now, there's nothing wrong with structure. However, we're moving into an age of individual spirituality. So what we're doing right now, like I mentioned, that kind of came through in our meditation, is that we are moving fast. So your light body sickness may be that. Now, I've had a really different kind of light body sickness experience. Mine have been long journeys. One was 3 years and then repeated again for 4 months, about 6 months after that, on and off. And now seems to be gone. And one of them was severe digestive issues. And that was never anything I had before, except if I went to certain countries and ate certain kinds of food, but it really didn't have a lot of that issue. And I got to where I literally couldn't eat. And then that went away, and then it happened again, and then it went away, and it happened again, and that kept repeating. And I just noticed recently, oh, I'm eating my salads again, and I'm not, it's okay. And so it's like my body's had to go through saying, no food, or not that food, or not this kind of food. And I eat very pure. I only eat greens and green juice, and we make our own green juice and green smoothie every day, and I eat organic everything, and organic coconut oils, and salad, and some vegetables, and not a lot, no bread, no fun stuff at all, and I love it. It's okay. I'm not. However, I'm just saying, like, even with that's been supporting my body's restructuring for 4 years now, is there's other things that have to go. And so the GI tract, if you're having that, people are getting IBS or getting different forms of ulcers or different sensitivities to foods. You might suddenly be very allergic to something. You might have rashes come up. Your skin is one of the biggest, it's the biggest organ of your body, and it is where you release a lot of toxins. So pimples or rashes or sweat. And the energy is significant because your skin, your energy body intersects, but your skin is the closest physical organ to your physical etheric body, which is your aura, which is here. And so this has the most contact with the aura. You may be having pain you haven't had in a long time, or confusion, or old injury or severe issues that you had at some other time, maybe a few years ago, maybe a long time ago, that suddenly come back, and it seems strange, it seems odd. All of these things are coming up for a reason. Don't immediately run to the doctor. I mean, if you need to, please do. But I'm saying, like, sit and look at it, listen to it, realize that you're shifting. It's like you're digging shit up out of the basement and it's going. Okay? So that's a little bit about the ascension sickness. Nausea, sickness, the desire to feel like I'm moving forward and have momentum, but feel like I can't. Well, that's a perfect description of one of my clients said recently of the moment we're in right now. Intentionally, so that's why we want to surrender our desire for forward movement, or the energies are also going to trigger the other end of the scale. You want to go, because Mars is pushing you, or you want to no, like a stubborn goat or bull that's like, no, I'm not, or you charge, boom, boom, right? And those are the two extremes. There's all the other states within. So if you have either one of those, you don't want to be on either extreme. You need to let go of something. It could be, are there things in your house you have to let go? Are there boxes that you know you've been needing to take to the shelter? Or is there something you want to just gift to the neighbors, or you want to put an old table on the curb and just let the universe decide who gets it? Or drop things at Goodwill. People will be blessed by that. People who can't afford things, having nice things from you is a really beautiful gift. You can fill it full of love and energy and fairies, and then give it to put it somewhere and let it emit that energy out. Is there something you need to let go of in terms of goals, needs, desires that you're judging yourself or other people by, things you want other people to do? Or is there something you're not willing to let go of, like a job or the fairness, like it's not fair? Okay, please let go of that shit. Okay, so let's go now. Hang on, let me do this first to go say hi. Hi. Oh, okay, so nothing new over there. So let's dive into some of the information that's happening right now. I'm coming slowly back more into my body here. Thank you, Balam. So this is the Spiritual Weather Report. We've just done the multidimensional meditation for the intense new moon energy. And there it is. And Nana Kasha here. And there's a few specials happening right now through the weekend because Spirit really wants, through the Who Am I Becoming series, which I hope that you take advantage of, there's a need for more soul retrievals. So there's a package, a very special, on special right now, and normally isn't for sale at all. The third eye opening as well, and the soul readings are on special. These are all very deep soul sessions, private with me, recorded. They're reused as a meditation or a healing, and they contain an enormous amount of information from whatever energies, guides, parts of you, whatever lives. We never know exactly where we're going to go. Even with the third eye opening, it is not a process. I do the same thing with everyone because I'm a traveler, I'm a shamanic healer, I'm a multidimensionally trained healer, I guess, I don't know what you really want to call it, is then I'm able to travel with you to see what's happening, to receive, to interpret things that you can see or you may not see. A lot of my clients say, wow, you said it right before I saw it, or I saw it right before you said it. And we're not talking during that, So make sure that you check out the Dolphin Healing, Mayan Magic, Intuition Awakening Experience. And this is the infinity symbol that I was showing a little bit during the meditation, but you have your eyes closed, so you didn't see it. And I just want to share it with you so that you see what I was talking about. You start out and you move from side to side. You try this and you try that, and you're more in your masculine or you're more in your feminine or somewhere in between. But if you took your hands and you covered the two ends, you would see the X that I'm talking about. And the X is a sacred symbol, holds a lot of meaning, holds a lot of power, holds a lot of vibration. And this is where you are. You are this cross of light standing in the center. This is your heart. This is where you were. Then at some point in this shamanic journey means that we travel through different worlds and dimensions. We work with different energies. We have different experiences in subtle realms that affect the physical realm, the subtle bodies, and your life. And so you're not the same when you come back from any kind of experience from me. You have changed your frequency significantly. And if you stay attuned to that, if you believe that, if you allow that, then you're going to walk through your day and begin to very quickly notice you feel differently. Maybe you'll have a breakdown. Maybe you'll have an aha. Maybe you'll go through a few days of feeling down or feeling happy or feeling wanting to rest or wanting to eat, cacao seeds every day. I don't know. I do that anyway. Okay. Replenish your heart with your cacao, please. And so I want you to visualize yourself as this cross standing here in the center. And as this beautiful meditation, I'm going to redo this because it was a beautiful guided multi-sensory experience that was giving us a chance to have the feelings, the visions, the sensory connection to what it's like to be in the middle, to not be running with the flow, to affected by everyone else, to stand in the center. And this sacred energy that all these planets are creating right now are mutually, that means they're all deciding, we're going to keep you in this container, in this sphere. So you're standing here and you're receiving and giving without moving, without going anywhere, without effort. this is a practice you need to learn. Okay, so here's some of the other information. So the 14th, which happened a few days ago, Mars, which is, all about competition and work and sports and love and action and aggression. And let's see, here we go. The 16th, we've got a lot of different things. We're going to focus on something else more than that. So Jupiter enters Taurus, and that's for a year. Jupiter is good fortune and expansion. So for the next year, you are going to have good fortune and expansion in all areas of Earth. Comfort, wealth, home, possessions, things, relationships, pleasures. The more that you accept, I'm going to create a life and a lifestyle and relationships that soothe me, that uplift me, that bring me peace, that nourish me, that nurture me. I'm not going to allow my environment anymore to stress me or distract from me, to criticize me in any way, because Taurus wants the comfort and they want fine things, and those fine things are different for everyone. So those fine things for you, like for me, it's just so exciting to, have a desk that I can sit down at because I rented a house for so many years, houses are traveling a lot or whatever. Okay. So think about that. That's going to be happening. But remember, Jupiter expands everything. So if you hate your current possessions, if you hate your current relationship, if you hate your current body, if you hate your current job, then that will expand and you will find more of that energy coming up around you. So you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to step back into the center. That's why they've given us this be at the crossroads, be the receiver and the giver that is constantly nourished in the center. So the new moon is bringing grounded energy so you can steady all the big highs and lows, the upheaval. The new moon is the womb that you plant seeds of intention in. So we're in it right now. It peaks tomorrow, but we're already in it. Everything about the idea of a womb is the energy here. It's dark, it's black. You are in the dark. Be careful. Don't try to make decisions by being clear on something when you're being held in limbo, sort of slowed down time, or you're just staying inside of a certain comfort zone right now, and you're in the dark. Okay, this is where you go, you just release into that dark womb, let it absorb whatever you don't want. You feel yourself being held in that all the time, because this, again, goes back to the physicality of Taurus. We have everything in Taurus, 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 Taurus. And so what we have is these are very powerful energies for manifesting into the physical world, into 3D. So you can manifest your future now, because wealth, home, comfort, and security, material possessions, abundance, creating peace, all that stuff is the overriding energy right now. So the theme is endings and beginnings. Like I said, we're in this place where we're at the crux where the endings are happening, the beginnings are happening, and that in-between space when there's a 0 point, when it's just ashes to ashes, dust to dust, then now there's nothing, and yet there is never nothing. So endings move into beginnings, and normally you're going through the ending like a linear experience. This is an experience of spherical consciousness. When you have an experience of spherical consciousness, you are aware, and you may not always be looking at them, but you're aware that the ending, the beginning, the in-between, the sprouting of the idea, or the call to adventure, the meeting, all the levels of the hero's journey, all the levels of manifestation are happening at the same time. And we're becoming conscious of our infinite nature, which means that we can start to tune into the spherical consciousness more and more. There's no end, there's no death. They're both part of the same infinite flow, like an infinity symbol. Now, I have an entire healing method based on the infinity symbol. It's called infinity light weaving, and it is absolutely powerful, simple, and essential. And when you learn this, you can use it for everything. In fact, there's a part of the course that says how to use it for anything. Physical illness, inflammation, infection, wounded feelings in the emotional body, every aspect of your soul's journey, your relationships, activating, cleansing, and clearing your light body, unhooking yourself from other people's energies or fears, weaving away or dissolving old things and beliefs that you carry in places of your body. It's important to understand the infinite flow. The infinity symbol is a symbol of so many things because we are in an eternal cycle. Now, the cycle we typically think as a circle, but we are in a duality. So the duality is the masculine or feminine or spiritual or physical and yin and yang and so forth and so on. So now it's not a circle, it is an infinity symbol. Inspiration, birth, growth, wisdom, death, release, merging into one. Inspiration, birth, growth, wisdom, death, release, merging into one. Going all the way into the physicality of it and forgetting your spiritual nature, going all the way into your spiritual nature and forgetting your physicality, and everything in between. This is what life as a life in your soul is. So there's only degrees of consciousness, like a thermometer. You are expanded consciousness. You're one with all. Or that's one side, right? Or you're shrunken, dense, collapsed unto yourself and you cannot see light. This is the, onto yourself. Thought blends infinite source energy into the unique elixir that is you, and then you create your reality. So it's a hologram that's interwoven with all the energies of the planets, the earth, and their relationships. So this is a little bit of a mystery school class happening right now that came through me for you today. Right now we're gaining momentum after Mercury retrograde ended and the eclipse is further behind us. You may feel like you're getting your footing and that it is being taken away from under you. You might feel 1 minute you're on your path and then 1 minute you don't know what direction to move. You may feel motivated, that's Mars, to go forward, and you feel unable to connect and complete something. One of my students says, I feel like I'm actually, I don't even know. I guess I didn't finish that. She said that she feels like she's at the mercy of everyone else's energy, even though it has nothing to do with her, but it affects her. Another one said that I want momentum and forward movement, but momentum doesn't come till after you have the balance to receive what we just received at this crux, right? To get into our own flow, then we are constantly fed. So I called this intense moon because it's not intense bad, it's just intense, a lot of shit going on, a lot of energies are coming together to create something. This is like a gathering. This is like a very important gathering. So we're just going to say it's a densely packed with energy loops. The planets, the rulers, the new moon, these energies are looping back on themselves, creating an infinity flow back and forth, and it may prevent what you perceive as forward movement. So wait it out for 4 days or so. Okay, so we're in this closed loop of infinity flow in what's called mutual reception, and you had an experience of it in the meditation today. The web is woven like this. Okay, so tomorrow peak, right now, of course, we're already in that energy, the new moon at 28 degrees of Taurus. Now remember, 28 degrees is nearing an ending. 29 degrees is the end, completion. So that is a completion and a new birth is happening. Now, if the new moon is in Taurus, that means that you're going to plant seeds in the earth. You're going to plant seeds that are going to manifest in your physical world. Now, Mars is changing signs into Leo. It's going to do that and stay there about 2 months. So we have sun, fire, self, ego, being infused with a lot of action-oriented energy. That's intense energy. That's like, whoa, I'm on fire. Whoa, I'm overloaded with a lot of energy. Whoa, I have a lot of ideas. Let's move forward. All right. Then we have Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter expands things, also brings good fortune. Enters Taurus. We got Taurus going on here. And Venus is the ruler, is comfort, wealth, and home. And that's going to stay there for a year. So like we said, you've got a year coming up of Jupiter expanding your comfort, your wealth, your home energy. We are in the year of the rabbit as well, and that is a homey energy, a yin energy, a feminine energy of building and stocking your home up. Now, Venus rules Taurus, and it's about your wishes and dreams, love, and being nourished. So that's coming into your physical reality too right now. And it goes to the moon, ruler of Cancer, to see how to act, creating a loop. So everything in Taurus right now, which is a fixed earth sign. Now, fixed earth doesn't like to move, doesn't like to change, or doesn't change fast. So earthquakes can happen. Things can feel unstable in order to settle in to a new foundation. Uranus is in Taurus. That's creating earthquakes. Mercury's in Taurus. That means your communication is going to come through physical things, maybe through your body, maybe through crystals, maybe through weather. It's going to be really becoming strongly in that area. Now, Jupiter's expanding things in Taurus, the earth sign, and all the things we've talked about it. The sun is in Taurus and bringing all that light power and life force energy. And the north node is your destiny, and your destiny right now is in Taurus. So your destiny is also unfolding into the physical world. Very interesting energy we have. Venus is in Cancer, which is a water sign. However, it's the ruler of Taurus. So we loop back again. Moon rules Cancer, and Cancer, remember, is that intuitive, emotional, indecisive, caring, sensitive, overwhelmed sometimes, very home-oriented as well. Energy. So the moon is in Taurus, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, and this is again another loop of mutually receiving and giving to each other. The energy is in a closed loop again. So that's why the meditation took us to realize we're in that, we're surrounded in these energies. It's holding a space where we're almost like moving in slow motion, or everything else is in slow motion, and we're able to see front, back, future, past, and everything. Now, also, there's just the connections go. Venus rules Jupiter, which is in Taurus, and the moon rules Mars, which is in Cancer. So you might feel that you can't get out of that path, and the endings and beginnings are all happening at once. So be careful, don't stop. You might feel like you want to stop. You just want to be in that center. When you're in the center, you don't stop, but you receive and give. You receive and give. You don't go out and try to find it. It's here. It's here. It's here. Okay? Nothing comes in, nothing flows out until you get off of the fear. So what do you need to let go of? Be in the crux, be in the crossing point of the infinity flow. You may have a subconscious part of this come up that has tried to push the stop button that says, no, this is too weird or whatever. So this is the Wikipedia description of mutual reception. If you haven't heard of it before, in astrology, it's when two planets are in each other's signs of rulerships. Okay? Mutual reception. It's like two planets are connected through their rulers by actually coming into their house. Like, oh, hi, I'm here in your house. Okay. So then the condition of each planet becomes very strong, and they strengthen and provide assistance to each other. So it's like they come together to create a more strong, more powerful space for you to shift or to create whatever it is that you're creating. All right. Wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm still just buzzing from the meditation. We'll go ahead and edit that out tomorrow when we're able to get access to it. In the meantime, remember the meditation's at the beginning of this, and I will see you soon. Please watch. There is a special that I have percolating that wants to come through, a lot of different special live streams. So I may jump on tomorrow or this weekend. I don't know. I'm in the flow, and I hope you will be as well. So I want to thank everybody and ask that you please share this, that you please spread your love. I loved it when our toes got activated through that liquid light that was coming in our flow here, and little vibrational things, and then the light started to come and the colors started to come. It was very palpable, very vivid. And so whatever way you received the images in that shamanic journey, be there where you know you've received it, whether you understand what it means or not, whether you saw, felt, or sensed something or you didn't, because it's going to grow. The more you stand at the center, the more you're going to realize you are everything you need. Namaste. I love you guys. Bye. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and the beauty of this experience and the love of all of these entities and energies go with you with every breath and every step. And so it is. Namaste.